I kidnapped my neighbor's kid, and they thanked me for it. Yeah, I know how that sounds. Believe me, when I write it out, it makes me look like a total monster. But before you judge me, let me explain what actually happened. I live in an apartment complex where the walls are paper thin. For days, I kept hearing the sound of a baby crying. At first, I thought, okay, that's just normal parenting life. But the crying never stopped. It wasn't just once or twice a day, it was constant. Worse, I never once heard an adult voice comforting the child. No lullabies, no shushing, no footsteps rushing in, just endless crying. I'd pass by their door sometimes, and the wailing was so loud it physically shook me. I reported it to our landlord once, but he brushed me off, said,
New parents get overwhelmed. It's none of our business.
but it was my business, because every day I heard that baby cry, I felt like I was losing my mind. One night, around 2 a.m., the crying started again. Shrill, panicked, endless. I couldn't take it anymore. I stormed out of my apartment, pounded on their door, and shouted, "Is anyone in there? Your baby's been crying for hours." No answer. I knocked again. Louder. Nothing. Something in me snapped. I tried the handle. It wasn't locked. Inside, the apartment was dark, reeking of old food and trash, and in the middle of the living room, in a crib, was the baby, red-faced, screaming, alone. I froze. Then I did something reckless. Something insane. I picked him up, whispered, "It's okay, I've got you," and carried him straight back to my place. Within an hour, I had fed him, changed him, and he was asleep on my chest. Meanwhile, I was shaking, thinking, oh my god, I just kidnapped my neighbor's kid. I'm going to prison. But still, no one came looking. Not that night, not the next morning. By noon, I couldn't take it anymore. I called Child Protective Services. I told them exactly what I did, expecting cops at my door any second. Instead, they rushed to the apartment. And what they found made my blood run cold. The parents were gone. Completely gone. The fridge was empty, the trash overflowing, mail stacked by the door. From what CPS pieced together later, they had abandoned the baby days ago. If I hadn't walked in that night, if I hadn't taken him, he might not have survived another 24 hours. The police questioned me, but once CPS and social workers backed up my story, they dropped everything. In fact, one of the officers actually said,
You didn't kidnap that kid. You saved him.
a week later, the child's aunt came to pick him up. She cried when she met me, thanked me for stepping in when no one else did. And me? I still replay that night in my head, the moment I picked him up, thinking I'd ruined my life. When in reality, I probably saved his. So yeah, I kidnapped my neighbor's baby. And it turned out to be the best decision I've ever made.